Hey Jack, I totally agree with you that God has not given us a spirit of fear, and I sincerely believe that we only fear what we don't understand. And once we understand that thing that we're afraid of, then there's nothing to fear but fear itself, because we know how to react to it after we understand it better. As far as the supernatural and dreams are concerned, that's quite biblical. If you look at the story of Jacob's dream, and angels have appeared to people in dreams as well, and that's biblical also. All we have in our mind after it shuts down is what we've learned throughout the day and past memories. So while we're sleeping, um, those ideas get mixed up with what we already know, and I essentially is just our spiritual side of our brain just thinking while we're sleeping, because the brain can't shut down. It's always active. I used to get nightmares a lot when I was a kid, but it's the spiritual language trying to get out in dreams, your thoughts and feelings expressing themselves while you're unconscious or in a dream state, I guess. Um, I have had a lot of uh, strange things happen to myself as well. And I don't have narcolepsy, but I have had a lot of strange things happen, and I've had some strange dreams that didn't quite make sense until I started looking into it more. And at the end of the day, you're tired and you just fall asleep, and you could end up having a nightmare, and your day could have been the most perfect day and nothing went wrong at all. But they just happen, and it's unexplainable. But um, I also think that drugs, the way people hallucinate off of some types of drugs and stuff like that, I sincerely believe that that is a form of the spiritual side, whatever you see and stuff. And some people think, oh yeah, that's just your brain reacting to the chemical or whatever it may be. But it opens up your spiritual side to, like, whatever you're experiencing while you're awake. What is sensible and understandable to you, but like, you take some drugs and you hallucinate or whatever else, and you see things that aren't there. It's what you're seeing inside your mind. That's like the spiritual side of who you are, is what you're seeing, or whatever your spiritual side is thinking. That's what your brain is reacting to on the drug. But anyway, I'll get to one of my nightmares that I had actually a few years ago, and it was quite severe, and I have no explanation for it. It was just something that happened, and I happened to write it down, and this is my dream. Okay, I'm gonna read it. The spirit of fear was over me while I slept, and kept poking me with a stick until I awoke. When I awoke, I started to pray, and an angel of light appeared before me, and at first I was afraid, and then the Lord came in a loud but calming voice said, I have sent an angel to protect you. And I saw the spirit of fear try to stab me in the back, and as he ordered many condemning spirits to attack me, I then remembered Christ's sacrifice for me and thanked him. I saw the spirit of fear take the form of a man, and the angel of light plucked a giant sword from heaven and jammed it into the head of the spirit of fear. And all the other condemning spirits trembled and shrunk to the size of small dogs and ran into the darkness. And the angel of light spoke, saying, "You must hold on to God's promises according to his word." I told the angel that I was weak, and I asked the Lord for strength. Then the angel of light asked me, "What does the flesh do to give the body strength?" And I answered, "Eat." And I was silent for a moment when I realized what I had to do. Then the angel of light told me my mind needs to eat as well. And God's word is the food of your mind and spirit. And then in my vision I saw a mountain and a valley surrounded by water. There were many small houses, and the valley was large and had a huge mountain. And I saw myself in the valley, and the water surrounded and began to flood the valley. And I saw myself start to climb up the mountain and cling to the side. And time again, the valley became flooded, and so I clung to the side of the mountain as the tide came in. Never going to the top, but just enough so that my head was above water. Then the vision left me, and it was silent for a moment as I realized what I had to do. This was a bit of a revelation to me in a time in my life where things weren't going as good as I wanted them to, and I was struggling with issues with family and work and other things like that. And I realized what I had to do. I had to stop. That dream was a revelation to me. I had to stop, searching for temporary solutions and get my mind focused on the big picture. And like in my dream, I had to stop always clinging to the side of the mountain and use God's word to fuel my mind, just like you use food to fuel your body, to be able to get to where I wanted to be in life.
Visions of the Father are headed for me. Headed for me. They got me dreaming of no other. Destiny